Right, hello my gremlins. So I have some coffee today. I usher you to go get some hot beverages. It's a nice cold rainy day, and today I decided to make a video about my haunted ghost stories. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. So I just want to bring out like a disclaimer about how some people don't believe this. This is just my personal experience. I'm not trying to give you guys any sort of like demons through the screen. I highly doubt that will happen. I am a good witch, so bring it back to the beginning. I moved into my old town in this old house that was built in the late 20s, early 30s, and maybe I just didn't have a memory till then, but that's when I started seeing things more often. My first paranormal experience had to be when I was like at least 6 or 5. I had sleep paralysis and I never had it after that. Like I had it at least 3 times in the house. And I feel like the reason why is when we moved in, I don't think we like adequately saged it or like made a trap or a correct portal for the spirits to go through and out, because I've seen a lot of things. So for instance, when I first had my first, sleep paralysis, you can't really move around, but I looked up at the ceiling and something was dripping out of it, and it wasn't like a human at all. It was just like a dark mass that absorbed light. And I don't know how. I feel like moms are magical, because my mom came downstairs and she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No." I couldn't move. Right before we left that house, like a couple years ago, we found this crawl space, and there was this can there that had like a spell in it. So I think they trapped a demon in that can in the crawl space above my bedroom. Which makes sense, because there was a dark energy within that house. I don't know, I talked to some of the locals and they said that was like, a party house for drugs and other things, but bad energy. I also like to include that I don't personally ever play with Ouija boards, because I already feel like I'm a little too in tune sometimes, and I get really scared. But someone definitely made a portal there in the attic, because I couldn't. It's just so scary. Like someone opened up a door and they just never closed it, And I kind of blame them for that, because I feel like there was a lot of sex, drugs, and etc. But there was also an aspect of people dabbling in the occult, but not in a good way, with bad intentions. I have like a lot more stories than this, but I wanted to talk about a incident that happened last year, my most recent paranormal story. And I have a video of it because, my friend has more videos and pictures of his house of like stuff. And I heard so many stories. I just can't go into these places because I feel like I'm going to throw up sometimes. Like, maybe it's just me like exaggerating it in my head, but I can't do it sometimes. I really can't. I don't know. All throughout my life, I always seemed orbs or shadow people in the corner of my eye. And I've always lived in dark places, like my apartment, for instance. Like, this is my recent, living situation. We live next to a old folks home and a dementia department, and the ER is literally down the street. So when I get into the story of what I'm talking about, I think I accidentally invited the whole block. But I will tell you guys what I did wrong, and maybe it's a coincidence, maybe it's not. But you guys tell me what you guys think, because I have a video of it, and so I have a lot of haunted things. I like keeping them because I feel like no one else could treat them better than I do. I don't feel good like giving them away, because sometimes I just feel like very connected to it. I don't know why. I feel like maybe there is a souls connected to certain items that I have, definitely, because I love thrifting, especially different items. Maybe I'll give you guys like part 2 and 3, because I have a lot of paranormal stories, but this is the most recent one and I have video evidence. So, and I forgot about it because like I just feel like I put it in my vault because I get so scared. So this is the first Halloween I did last year that usually I just talk to my dead ones, my friends and past elders and mentors that died throughout my life. Usually I just would talk to them at my altar, but this year, since I went to culinary, I was like, you know what, maybe I should just make a meal for the dead, just like, De los Muertos. So I made some pumpkin soup and I had like bowls for every single one of them. I had a bowl for my friend, my art mentor. I also had 2 other bowls for my boyfriend's grandpa and another grandpa. So, but the radio is his grandpa. So I'm going to show you the video of what the radio usually looks like. And only 3 lights are on usually. Only 3 of them turn on. But in the paranormal video, and when I invited them into my house, all the lights of the radio were on, and I just want to make that very poignant. So here's the video of what it looks like now. There's only 3 out of the bar around that old radio, only 3 of them are on. And when I invited the spirits in, I said all their names. I'm like, thank you for enjoying this meal, this and that. The lights started to flicker, and I don't usually have lights flicker. When I first staged this apartment, they flickered. And I was like, okay, bad energy. Okay, let's get it out. Let's clean this guy out, I don't want any of this. But when I was like getting ready for Halloween, I was all by myself. I didn't have my cat, Crimson. My boyfriend was closing down the restaurant, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. And I started hearing this thud in my bedroom where the radio was. So I'm going to show you guys the video that I took, and you guys tell me what you think. All right. You can see in the video that the radio is fully on, and the radio didn't turn off until Christmas Day, like the 3rd light. So I don't know if it was, I don't know what, but I definitely invited them in, and as I wanted. But it was very powerful. I wasn't expecting that. I think this year I'm definitely going to do a protection spell and a lot more protection on me during that time, because I don't know if it was just that specific soul I invited in or if it was something else. A lot of my friends, they asked me when I was showing them the video, why didn't you go in? I was freaking out. I was literally shaking. I was like, okay, this is fine, whatever, because I invited them. But I was scared that like if I turned the corner to like the bed, there would just be a fucking demon just like that, just staring at me. I wouldn't know what to do anyways. But I just finished up my makeup while it was flickering and going crazy. There was really nothing much I could do because I was literally raw dogging inviting the paranormal into my house. And I have to remind myself that I'm literally next door to an ER. So I feel like I need to use a lot more protection, and maybe I can like teach you guys from this learned experience as well, because I wasn't really smart, but that was my first like meal I made for the dead. So I don't know if it was just because it was my first time or it was that specific soul, but maybe next year I will, this year, next month. I'm definitely gonna do it again. Maybe it was a coincidence, maybe it wasn't, but I just want to see what you guys think. I was literally so scared. And you know what? Maybe I'll go into the room if it does do that. But yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying the warm beverages and drinks, because I surely am. I love the pumpkin spice this year. It's popping off for sure. All my social media is down below. My intro song and my boyfriend's music YouTube channel is all down below. I highly recommend it. He just posted a new music with like a Naruto thing. It's so cute. I love him. Anyways, till next time, Gremlins. I love y'all.